Welcome this amazing Excels. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to convert this particular sheet drive into a PDF. Now, usually, right, what you do is that you go to the file, right, go to the file tab, and then you choose export, and then you click on PDF, and then you find a place that is under C drive, right? PDF, and you give a name, right? And the name is according to the code here, right? Or maybe the name here under C file. So then you change that to amazing one. And finally, you also want the dates, which is August, right? So you put there August 2019, right? And then you click publish, and this slip is now published and put it under the C drive right here, C drive, and you open it, right? But you get a pay slip, right? Just that, right? But can we do it much faster? The answer is yes, right? All you need is just to learn some quick tips on macro, right? So first, you're gonna have a developer, and we will use this macro to record the step that we just did earlier, right? So what we did just earlier is file, export, and this one, right? So we can do the same, right? Now, how do you get the developer tab, right? If you're using 2013 onwards, right, you can just right click on any of this tab, right click on any of this tab, and you choose customize the ribbon. Customize the ribbon, right? And right here on the right hand side, there is a checkbox called developer. So check on it and click OK, and that will show up the developer tab. And once you have this, click on record macro. So I'm going to clicking on record macro. I'm going to give them name, right? Now the name is important, right? So I'll say generate uh, salary slip, right? Now remember, right, when you write a macro name, right, you should not have a space. You see that I have space, right? So no space, right? If you really need a space, use an underscore for that, right? So either way, but no space, no space, yeah. And the first letter cannot be numbers, so you cannot put like one here, right? Can't. And description, you can put it there, right? And there are other options you can store, right? Where you go for this workbook first. Click OK. So now what happened is that Excel has a macro, and now it's listening, capturing what step you are doing once after you click on record. So now I'm clicking on file. So macro is recording, oh, user is clicking on the file. Then user is clicking on the exports. Then create PDF. And then they will also observe where do we save the file to, under these folders. And then the file name is amazing one dash August 2019, and that's it, right? So I'll put there version one, right? Because I have earlier one. Then I click save, right? I click publish. So basically, Macro has recorded that all these steps, right? Now we want to stop the recording. So click on these stop buttons here. Click on it. So you can find this button in the developer tab here, stop recording. And now head to Visual Basic. So we have some recorded steps right here. It's under modules, module 1, right? If you cannot find this, right, this window, you can go to window view, look at this project explorer, right? Project explorer. And if you cannot find this is code window, right? You can use this code F code or press F7, right? So that is the code that we generated. So how do we call that out, right? So let's head back to here, right? So I have created this PDF file. So I'm going to really just delete these two files. Okay, I'm selecting these two deleted files. So there's no PDF files here. And then I head to this and I'm going to run the macro. How do I mean run the macro? Is that I put the insertion point here and I go to the top, see a button called run. So I click on this, click here. So notice that Excel just generated the PDF file, right? Pretty fast, right? Now, um, however, right, it would be very tedious for users who every time come here and run this code, right? So what we do is that we close this, or we can switch back to the Microsoft Excel by clicking on this button. So we close that. And so what we do is that we will insert a buttons, right? So insert a button, click on here, under Evolver tab, insert a buttons. So insert buttons, right? You can put it here, right here. And it asks you which macro you want to assign to. So I can say this is there, click OK. So now watch that, right? So I'm going to delete this. Come back here, right? Just click on this button one time. Let's go here, right? See, it's just generated pretty fast, right? So you can apply this right to any document that you want to convert to PDF. Right. You can also convert a multiple worksheet into one single PDF, right? That is more advanced, right? Then thank you for watching, right? I hope you learned how to record a macro, right? So go to just activate the developer, click on record macros, and then follow with all the manual steps you did. And when you're done, click on stop recording macro. And finally, you can assign it to a buttons by clicking on this here, right? And that is how simple to record macro. Hey, thank you very much. I believe that you are amazing, and you are amazing. And signing off. Thank you. I wish you well.